Hello and welcome to Manifest with Tarot. Today is the tarot forecast for your soul. And in this reading, we're really going to look at is like your soul urge, what your soul really wants you to know right now. This can be a message about absolutely anything. It's very open-ended. I just wanted the cards to come through that will send a message that will help you through where you're at right now and looking into the future a little bit. So we're doing the forecast for now and looking into what's coming. So before you will see 3 piles. Now I have chosen 3 cards and face them up so that you can look at them and see which one really calls to you. And don't choose with your look of the eyes. Like, don't say, oh, Lila has my favorite color, or that card looks pretty. Really go for your gut. Which one is pulling you in? Sorry, I shook the camera. And whichever pile you choose, that will be your reading and your message for today. If the cards are confusing you a little bit, I put out some crystals to help make it a little bit easier. So choose the pile that is drawing you in, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile 1, and welcome to your tarot forecast for your soul. This reading is going to look at where the weather for your soul at the moment, and then we're going to look at the sunny conditions and the cloudy conditions and the stormy conditions. So sunny is obviously things that are like blessings and ease of on your path, like what you can expect. Cloudy would be things that you can't really see. They might be unexpected things or just anything that's confusing you. And then the stormy weather is basically any challenges that might be coming in. All right, so you chose this card as your oracle card. And I'm going to read it to you because I think it's short, so don't worry. I know some people can be like, oh, God, please don't read it. I know, it's annoying, but this is pretty short. So it's a light body guide. Like, you may have noticed some strange things happening within you. Your light body is moving into a higher vibration. And as this shift occurs, you may feel like your normal self. You may not feel like your normal self. This guide has come to let you know that being absent-minded, forgetful, unclear in your thinking, or feeling heart palpitations and other strange sensations is perfectly normal during this time. Light body guide encourages you to drink lots of water, get plenty of rest. The butterflies over the heart in this symbol is for you to contemplate. He is here to reassure you that you'll be back to feeling normal soon. Okay. So, kind of sounds like you've been going through some stuff, and maybe you're having some brain fog issues and you're having a difficult time concentrating. And this can happen when we're going through a transition, when we're going through like an upgrade, so to speak, when we are being asked to really level up. And this can make things confusing and strange, especially if you've been working really hard on your manifestations and they've been coming to you. You might be feeling some of that right now, as it can be a little off, make you feel a little off. So it can be anywhere from, some of you might be feeling like, oh, I just don't feel quite myself, to like, I can't even concentrate right now. So it's going to be all over the map for you guys. But basically, I feel very strongly here that if you're, there's a lot of drama around you. I feel that too. Like, you're feeling, your nerves feeling frayed. I feel like there's just, like, you're on edge and things are just constantly challenging you. And basically, this card is saying, like, don't worry, this is all part of the process. Try to ground yourself, find ways to feel more at ease, and ride it out, because it will pass. So let's take a look at your other oracle cards before I get to the tarot. so we can get a little better picture of what is going on here. So first we have color. Okay. Next we have rise above it. It's not yours to carry. You are an empath. How can you detach from the drama? All right. I'm going to put this up here because we're going to have a bunch of tarot cards coming out. So it's not too hard. That's your main card. Next we have full moon in Cancer. Let your fears dissolve. Yeah, so that's pretty much where you're at right now, is this place where you're having to really deal with a lot of stuff, like not just your stuff, other people's stuff. And I get caregivers in here. So if parents watching, any moms with kids, or maybe you're caring for a mom that's elderly. I'm getting someone that you're having to care for people and it's causing you a lot of stress because you're not able to take time for yourself. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. Like you're having a hard time finding time for yourself and you're having a hard time grounding yourself down. If I see like these two women, one is the same woman pointing this way and that way, and it's like you're being pulled in two different directions. I really feel that here. And it's like your heart, if you see the heart here and this is like it, you could feel it in your heart chakra a lot. You might be feeling quite ungrounded or overwhelmed and unable to really focus in on the things that you need to focus in right now and let your fears dissolve. When we go through a lot of intense, stress in our lives, and we worry a lot about different things, and this is saying like you don't need to worry. Things are going to clear. Your path will clear and things will get better. And one of the things you can do here with color is ground yourself with colors. There might be certain colors that are making you feel more at peace. So surround yourself with certain colors. I'm getting strongly getting purples and blues and golds, yellows. But whatever color you feel more grounded with is what you should go for here. Like color therapy might want to look into that. I feel like color therapy might actually help you a little bit to ground you down. Wearing certain colors, buying certain colors of crystals, and allowing those to fill your space with something that will help you transmute some of these. It's almost like the colors are going to absorb some of the stress, I kind of feel. Certain colors, like this colors too. This is a flower I picked from my garden, and I feel like this color would be really good too. That kind of purpley pink color. Blues, like more on the side of blues if you're buying like reds and bluey reds and bluey purples and pinks that are on the blue side, and really helping you ground down through color. And you might also want to just add more color to your wardrobe. You might want to add more color to your garden, maybe plant different colors. Maybe you want to add a more colorful pillows or something to your room. Whatever it is, just bring a little more color in, colors that really help you feel grounded and calm. Because that will help you right now because you're feeling a little out of sorts. And I can really feel that you're being pulled in a couple of different directions. Yeah, it's like, and you're calling out, and I feel like your soul is calling out, but you're receiving, and look at her, like her mouth is the colors too. Speak your truth. Really speak your truth right now. That's important as well. Don't put yourself aside. And that can happen especially when we have young children, we're running ragged. For example, like right now where I live, at least, we've been hit by millions of different viruses after, a lot of the restrictions lifted. And so parents have been having to stay home with their kids and shuffle around their schedules while they're homesick. And you get back to back illnesses, and you get illnesses too. And it can really pile on and make you feel exhausted and really pulled in a lot of different directions. You need to care for yourself too. Like, don't put yourself aside here. You matter too. So you really need to take time for yourself and do things for yourself. And one of the things that you can do, speak your truth. Really speak from your heart. about the things that you need so that the people around you understand, why you might be feeling out of sorts, or just saying, look, I'm not myself right now. I might be a little on edge. I might say things I don't really mean. And I just want you to know that, I love you, but I'm just needing some space. Whatever you need to say to people to kind of help them give you some space. Like, rise above it. It's not yours. Can you from the drama? Like, don't let other people's drama come in. Nah, just be like, I'm sorry. I have no room for your drama right now. I am full. I am packed. My schedule is, I can't do it. So really communicate that to people. If they're trying to drag you into your drama, you really need to put up some boundaries and say, no, wait, I'm sorry. Nope. You cannot. You shall not pass. Like, don't let other people's drama in right now, because I feel like that can be a real hindrance to you, and you just, you're really going through a lot. You may be at the doctor a lot yourself, trying to figure out certain health issues that might be going on. Maybe it's freaking you out. I feel a little bit of health anxiety. The word hypochondria has a lot of stigma around it. I actually do suffer from that. I've learned over the years to be more, less fear around certain health issues I know that are fine. So, if you need to go to the doctor and you need to run some tests, do that to make yourself feel better. And it might be that you have some health issues right now that need to be addressed. But really what this is saying is, if you're feeling a lot of things and maybe you've gone to the doctor and they can't find out what's wrong with you, it's just really comes down to a lot of anxiety, stress, an up-leveling of your consciousness. You're going through a shift, and you might be being put through a lot of, challenges at the moment. So try not to focus too much on that, and try to focus on things that will make you feel calm. And that's why that color card came out. It's like, for you, colors will be really, really helpful for you right now. Okay. So first up, we are going to look at the current weather, where you're at right now. Okay. Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups, upside down, Nine of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Okay. This is the current weather. Now we're going to go into the sunny weather. Nine of Pentacles. Wow. And the Page of Pentacles. And now we're going to look at what's cloudy, a little cloudy. Knight of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles. And we'll look at the stormy conditions. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Good Lord. Good Lord. There's like so many people involved right now, aren't there? A lot of the court cards are in this. Things are actually really good right now. I think that you've been through a bit before. And now you're starting to come at ease. Things are starting to feel good. So if we have the Nine of Cups, this is Jupiter in Pisces, and the Six of Cups, Sun in Scorpio, we have Nine of Cups, happiness, and the Six of Cups, reunion. So I think somebody is coming to visit you who is like maybe one of your favorite relatives or a friend or somebody who's going to really lift your spirits. And you're actually feeling pretty good. And you should also, the Nine of Cups is telling me that, it's a good time to focus on the things that you really want right now. And the things that make you happy. And like the colors, how anything that will spark you to think about things that'll make you happy, and think about the childhood memories that bring that up. And also the person, if you're caring for somebody like an elderly parent or someone like that right now, and you're having a lot of challenges, try to remember the good times that you had with them in the past. Remember who they were, the good positive things, and focus on that. Focus on the things that bring you joy. Right now you're being asked to really bring joy into your life, and your forecast is beautiful. It's really good. Like, you're coming into some really good times here. Even your storm isn't that stormy. It's just, you coming into your own. That's what I really see here. Your soul is coming into its own, and you're about to go into a really beautiful phase. So this is like, let your fears dissolve is right on the money. It's like, you're about to feel freed, and joy is about to come in, and things are about to ease on your path. And if you've been, dealing with a lot of drama, family drama, or things like that, it's all going to pass. Okay. So yeah, so your present is actually pretty good. And if it's not feeling good right now, it will. And the Nine of Cups and the Six of Cups is saying, really focus on the things that bring you joy. Focus on the things that you really want to bring into your life. Focus on the people that you want to bring into your life. Remember the good times you had in the past, reminisce. The Six of Cups is a real nostalgia card. Like, reminisce about things that made you happy in the past and the people who made you happy. And that'll help lift your spirits to kind of get you through this time if you're feeling really challenged right now. So this is the Sunny. We have Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency, Venus and Virgo, the Page of Pentacles, the home of ideas. Yeah, you've got a lot of good ideas coming in right now. You're going to have, there's a spark of creation coming in. It's like you have an idea of something that actually can make money to help you be more self-sufficient. It also could just be you are feeling more self-sufficient. Like, you're feeling like, I've got my finances in order. I've got, my job is good and secure, and I've got some money coming in, and I feel good right now. The Page of Pentacles, home of ideas, you're just coming up with lots of different ideas. The ideas of like things you want to do, things you can accomplish. Whether it's your career or it's just things in your home, maybe like home improvement things, or yourself, maybe ways to improve your health, or ideas about things you want to do. Like, maybe you're coming up with some trips and traveling, and you're just having a lot of ideas coming in. It's like you're going to be released from this kind of restriction that you've been in, or these chaos. I feel like chaos coming in, or was been in, and now that's easing and you're just clearing out. It's like the sunny skies are clear, and now you can finally think clearly, and you have all these ideas coming in. And so that's just something great to really look forward to. Now, if you come over to the cloudy, Knight of Pentacles, the methodical approach, and the Queen of Pentacles, the throne of sanctuary. Okay. This is telling me what you can't see right now, though, is a real need to focus and be a taskmaster. Get out your calendars and your day planners and your to-do lists, and it's time to make lists and check them off, because otherwise you can become too scattered. And that might be also a little bit part of your problem right now too, is if you're feeling pulled in a lot of different directions, you might be overwhelmed. And this is one of the ways that you can not feel so overwhelmed, is to get organized. And the Knight of Pentacles is all about being organized and making a plan and having things, you're going to have all these ideas. The cloudy is like, you can't see this, but you really need to make plans. And the Queen of Pentacles, she's all about self-expression. And I feel like you're going into a time now of really expressing who you are, and what you want to be, and the kind of life you want to live. And now you're feeling more of that courage or energy even. I feel like the energy to be able to do that. I feel like a sparkling energy around you. And it's easing, and you're feeling more able to really be in your own. And this cloudy thing is like, really focus on that. Focus in on who you are. Like, even though there's chaos around you and it's not good and things, you focus in on the things that really matter to you. You the queen. Even if you're not a woman or identify as a woman, this is basically saying the Queen of Pentacles is about being very grounded on earth. She is self-sufficient, but she's also very pragmatic. And the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles is like, make a plan and stick to it. You can, the thing is that you're being self-sufficient. You have gone through all these things recently, especially if you're a caregiver. Now you're able to balance all of these different things. You have the ability to take care of yourself. Like, you've learned how to do this. It's like, even though it might have been put you through some stuff, you've figured out how to do things. You become way more self-sufficient. And that's the part that's maybe cloudy to you right now, but that's what's going to become very clear, is that you can actually take care of yourself. You know how to do it. You're strong, and you've built up your skills now. You've leveled up here. I feel a real leveling up that has happened in this pile, and it has a lot to do with the fact that you've been put through some things that have been challenging, and you've really come out strong in the end. And then we look at the stormy, and it's not even that stormy. So we have the Knight of Swords, escape plan, and the Queen of Swords, the throne of truth. You really got to lay down the law. So if some people are coming in and they're throwing their drama at you, you need to be the Queen of Swords. Like, nope. No way, not taking this. Nope. The Queen of Swords does not take shit from anyone. She does not mince words. She can be quite cold too. It's like, no, I don't want this. Okay. But this is also a little bit of a warning here too, to watch how you speak to other people when you're feeling and going through the storm. You don't want to be, too harsh with your words. And, that's that part of it too. But I really feel more that this is about you speaking your truth and making it boundaries. The escape plan. I see, like, find that place of sanctuary for yourself. And when you're in the storm, you need that place of sanctuary. You need to escape somewhere that you can go to and just kind of be on your own. Like, she's sitting on the wheel of her car. She's out on her own, and she's, she has her sword up, because the swords is very much about minds, how you think, your consciousness, how you express yourself. So it's about expression. And I really feel like a lot of part of this reading too is about you telling people what, it's creating boundaries and telling people where they can go and where they cannot go around you, like where, your boundaries are, and be very clear about that. And so that you are able to keep drama out, and that when things are kind of stormy and cloudy, you have a place that you can retreat to where people aren't coming in. And you got to just set, like the Queen of Swords, she sets like this boundaries around herself, and nobody can pass that. And this is about you doing that. Even if you can't literally escape somewhere and go somewhere as a vacation, this is about you. Like, the Knight of Swords is also very swift and like impulsive. So, and on the other hand, it's like, watch your impulsive needs of reacting to situations very fast, and maybe being a little bit too temperamental in what the words you say. But at the same time, this is like creating those boundaries for people and swiftly coming in and saying, nope, you can't bring your drama to me right now, because we're just not doing that. We're not doing that today. So overall, this is a really great reading for you. Even though you've been going through some things lately or recently, you're coming out of it, and you're coming out of it strong. And I don't even see things being that cloudy. This is more like when challenges come up, just take them with strength and really let people know that they can't cross you and your boundaries. That there are things you will accept and things you will not accept. And to really focus on the things you want right now, really focus on things that make you happy, people that make you happy, like, really going back into the things that you used to enjoy and bringing those back, and reconnecting with people that maybe you haven't been able to connect with in a while. It can happen. Like when you're going through a lot of challenges, especially when you're a caregiver, you lose contact with certain people. Like you just realize, wow, I haven't spoken to my friend in like over a year. Now it's time to really reconnect with those friends that you really want to connect with again and see again, and the people that make you happy. Because, you're really coming into a good time, and you're going to have lots of ideas, lots of things, lots of stuff you want to do. Just make a list, make a plan, and really stick to it. Stick to your goals, stick to your plan. Like, don't let yourself be derailed by any of the stuff that's going around you. Just be very clear about your boundaries. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope this really helped you on your journey to self-mastery and being, connecting to that higher self and really evolving yourself over time. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do leave a comment. I'm going to be putting out these readings regularly, so do subscribe and so you'll know when they come out. And thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. All right, so this is the tarot forecast for your soul. We're basically going to divide the reading up between now, what the current weather is, current weather forecast is, current conditions. We're going to look at the sunny conditions. We're going to look at cloudy conditions, and we're going to look at the potential storms. So the sunny will be like blessings and what will be clear to you and things that are good that are coming in. And then cloudy can be things that you don't really see, kind of like in your unconscious, subconscious, kind of hidden from your view a little bit. And then, of course, the stormies are the challenges. Okay, so let's take a look at your card that you chose. Before we get to the oracle cards, I'm going to read it to you. It's a short read, don't worry. So this is called, let's hold it up for you, the Wisdom Guide. The Wisdom Guide is here to help you with taking in new information and teachings. Whether you are taking courses, going back to school, or learning a new skill or craft, you will find that you are able to process and retain new information more easily. Wisdom Guide also helps you to gain new insights and understandings through the intuitive channels, turning your knowledge into wisdom. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like you're, raising your consciousness right now, your awareness of things. And a lot of you might actually be in school. Maybe you're in university or college or taking a course or something. And, maybe it's just feeling challenging. But this card is here to say, like, I kind of get too that some of you feel like maybe you don't have enough of that. And I get this card is saying, like, you've learned a lot in your life. You've been through a lot in your life. And a lot of you have the education, even though you have maybe not have formal education, you do. And it's taking all that knowledge you have and turning it into wisdom. How can you now take what you know and apply it to the future, to your life, to other situations that you're doing? A lot of us do many things throughout our lives. We work many different jobs, but each of those jobs, every course that we take, adds to our knowledge and our experiences so that we can now use those things to apply to other things that we're doing in the future. So this is saying, like, nothing you're doing is going to waste. So even if you're in a course right now and you're like, I cannot do this. I just want to drop out. This is the mistake. This is saying, like, nothing goes to waste. Everything you do is for a good purpose. So let's take a look at your other oracle cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot forecast. Focus. Okay. And next we have you heal by releasing, not suppressing. What emotions do you need to feel? Okay. And finally, we have leave the past behind, last quarter moon in Capricorn. Yeah, I think some of you might be having regrets. Like maybe you feel like you didn't take the path you were supposed to take, is what I feel like. Or that that can be in a lot of different ways. So it could be that maybe you went into university or college or a course, or you did something that you thought was something you wanted, and then later discovered it actually isn't what you wanted to do. And maybe you feel like you wasted time. Or maybe you feel like you didn't do those things. And now you're finding that you wish you had done those things, and you feel like time was wasted. There's a feeling like you wasted your time. Or something like that. But this is saying, like, refocus your energy right now to the present. Refocus your energy to healing those emotions. refocus your energy away from the past, away from regrets, away from all of the things that are making you feel like somehow you failed, or you didn't achieve the things you wanted to achieve, or that you wasted time, or something. Feel like that. And focus in on the now. Focus in on what it is that you really want. And it says you heal by releasing, not suppressing. Like, really embrace those emotions that you have right now. So if you're feeling regret, take the regret away and realize that nothing goes to waste. Turn that knowledge to wisdom. You learned something here. Even if let's say you had, this is just an example. Let's say you had parents that really wanted you to be a doctor, but you didn't want to be a doctor. Maybe you wanted to do something else completely. Maybe you wanted to make, I don't know, beauty products. You wanted to be a soap maker or something like that, but your parents are like, oh, come on, be a doctor. This is guaranteed money, guaranteed success, blah, blah, blah. And so you went to medical school and you did all the things, but it's not in your heart. It's not what you want to do. And maybe you dropped out. Maybe they're disappointed in you. That's one example. Another example might be that you did want to go to medical school, but you chose not to because you thought it might be too hard, or you're just not good enough, or whatever reason that you just didn't go. And now it's 10 years later and you wish you had, and you wish you could be a doctor. This is also saying, like, that's not too late. You do not need to be regretting these things. You can still go to school. You can still learn, okay? Time is not wasted here. You didn't waste any time. Leave the past behind. Forget it, okay? Just take the knowledge from that and turn it into wisdom. What did you learn from it? Okay? And you heal by releasing and not suppressing. Like, allow yourself to feel these things. Allow yourself to feel sadness or regret and stuff, but don't stay there. Don't stay in the past. You need to release and let that go. And focus now on healing that. Focus on the things that you actually really want to bring in now. And this is also kind of saying too, like, maybe it's time to go back to school and learn a few new things. Or maybe it's, if you're in school, maybe it's time to shift your focus to something else. There's a message in here of just that you are in a learning process and you need to focus that learning on being wisdom. That you can actually teach others. I kind of get the feeling that there's a lot of potential teachers in here. Now, a teacher doesn't mean you're in school teaching necessarily. A teacher could be just somebody who has a YouTube channel that talks about different things that, some topic that you know a lot about. Whatever the case, like, I kind of feel like, there's a few teachers in here. Even if you're not a teacher, it's about you applying that wisdom that you have to your own life and to what you want to do now. Okay, so let's take a look at your forecast. Oops, ready. So let's see. Okay, so first we have the Sunny, Ace of Cups. Ooh, nice. Or sorry, that where you are now. This is your current weather conditions. Ace of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, lovely. It's really good. Okay, where you're going, or the sunny weather coming up. Queen of Swords. Ace of Swords. Ooh, I love it. And we're going to look at the cloudy conditions. So these would be things that might seem, they're not aware to you. This would be like very clear to you. This would be something that's not quite as clear to you. The Five of Swords. And the Five of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Okay, and finally, we are going to look at any stormy weather. Ooh, the Nine of Swords. And the Four of Swords. Okay. Let's start up with where you are now. Okay, so I'm going to explain this deck. This tarot deck is called the Next World Tarot. It's a deck that's designed for marginalized people, for activists, it's about like kind of this the rebellion inside of you, that the soul rebellion, and so it's very suitable for this kind of reading. And when it comes, look at Ace of Cups, the roots of water, the Ten of Pentacles, security, Mercury, and Virgo. I feel like right now you're really, some blessings are coming into your life right now that are going to make you happy. There's a potential here for you creating a legacy, something that will be passed on to your future generations, your children, or people that will be inspired by or affected by whatever it is that you're choosing to do. So, for example, let's go back to a doctor. If you're a doctor, you're going to be healing people, and you be a good doctor, and that legacy of work that you do will be passed down, and people will learn from you. So I really feel like you're building a strong foundation for the future here. You really have this open heart at the moment. You are, blessings are really coming into your life right now. So that's something that's really beautiful. And focus in on your blessings too. And focus in on the legacy you want to leave. What do you want to create? And now you might actually be offered a job soon, or right now, that will give you that kind of stability and future security. Because you're feeling pretty secure right now. And if you don't, you will. And the Ace of Cups is blessings coming in, some really great things. You're just going to feel like your cup overfloweth, you're just going to feel really good. So we go over to the sunny conditions. We have Queen of Swords, the Truth, Throne of Truth, and Ace of Swords, the Roots of Action. So again, this is that mental focus. That Swords energy is about mental things. We're talking about learning, and that's what it's about. Communication, it's about what you've learned, it's about your truth. And this is like what you're going to be very clear now is, what is your truth? What is your path? What is you want to do? The Ace of Swords is that knowing what to do next. So there's like a Swiss Army knife. You have all the tools that turn knowledge into wisdom. You have all the skills. You have all the tools. You've been through a lot of things, and it's going to become very clear to you what to do next. And aces are new beginnings. So you're going to have a very awesome new beginning that's going to come up it's going to help you with use all of the knowledge that you've accumulated, all of the skills that you've accumulated into something really great and new. Again, it's that teacher thing, and it's about the Queen of Swords is communication. She's a very clear, good communicator. So I think you're going to be very good at speaking your truth now and going after what you want. And so because you're so good at that, you're going to attract exactly what you want. And that's a great thing. And you're being called to action here. That's why I really feel teacher vibes. Like, you're going to be clear in your communication, and you're going to be able to inspire people with your words. And I feel like that is going to be something that it will be a legacy that you're going to be leaving in the future. Now we come over here to cloudy. Things that you quite can't see. We have survival, Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, and the Five of Pentacles, turmoil, Mercury in Taurus. So you're worried about all of again, it's going back to this feeling like that you've done some things, regrets. This is regrets. Like maybe you're not making the kind of money that you would hope that you had, right? Or you've had to really fight for your own survival. I really feel like you feel like you're having to fight for your survival. And this is saying like, and we go up here to focus, really releasing and not suppressing, leave the past behind. Like whatever happened before, it's, if you grew up poor, or if you've been going through some really tough financial situations, maybe you lost a job or something, and you're in a place right now where you're feeling not very secure. This is saying right now, like actually you are quite secure, and this is going to change. But what you can't see is that underneath this is like your fears. And your fears are making, like the Five of Swords is, in this one, it's about survival. And she's holding on to her plant. And it's like, it's like, hold on to your truth. The throne of truth. Hold on to your truth. The truth is, 10 of Pentacles, security. You are secure. Beautiful things are coming in for you. You're going to have a clear idea of what to do. You're going to be clearly communicating. Try not to focus so much on the things you've lost in the past. Try not to focus on if don't have enough of, you're not feeling very secure right now. Try not to focus on that. Try to shift to a more clear version of what you want. Don't think about the things you don't want. Think about what you do. And it's like the Five of Swords traditionally is about that feeling like you have to fight for survival, or you have to fight just to get what you need at all costs. It's like there's only losers at the Five of Swords. And I kind of feel like you've been fighting and fighting and fighting, and you feel like you've just lost. And underneath, behind the clouds, though, is the sun. You know the truth. And you know that you have all of the tools in in the toolbox to create the life you want to create. Up in here, in the present moment, you have Ace of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. There are so many blessings in your life, and there are so many blessings coming in. Things that are going to be you. There's a real potential for you making like a lot of money, and for you passing that on to future generations. And with you, it has a lot to do with the things that you've learned that's really going to come into play here, or what you're learning currently. You believe in that, okay? Believe in yourself. Believe in your future. To come over here to the challenges, okay? So, Nine of Swords, despair, Mars and Gemini. The Four of Swords, respite, Jupiter and Libra. So the Four of Swords is all about meditation, rest. It's like you've been fighting the good fight. Now just retreat and get yourself better. And the Nine of Swords is about that anxiety that we feel, that tense worry. We're so bogged down by all of the things. Like I feel like you've been through a lot. And some of you have been through a whole lot in feeling insecure. Like maybe you lost a job or house, or you hit rock bottom financially, or you've been there and you have a fear of it. And this is saying, like, if you see, she's sitting there, in her heels, looking all fabulous. She's got her umbrella to protect her, even though the stormy weather, like she's waiting it out. And that's basically what it's saying, like, wait out the storm, relax. So when storms come, when things happen in your life that are very challenging, it's asking you to retreat and kind of self-care. Big time self-care here, like meditate, go writing, because you're a communicator, okay? Your skills, your strengths is about communicating and speaking. So for you, when you're being really challenged and you're going through a lot and you're feeling despair and you're feeling like this is not happening, and you might be the kind of people, and I'm like this too, who tend to take things really harshly. Like when something goes wrong, it really derails you. But this is you fighting that and saying, I'm just going to wait this out. I'm going to go in a nice cup of tea, and I'm going to sit at my typewriter and I'm going to write about all the things from my past that I feel pain about, so I can release them. And I can write about this, whatever challenges are coming in, they're triggering old hurts. This is time for you to really write them out on paper. You can get it out and you can see right on black and white paper, like where you're suppressing things, where you're holding on to pain, so you can finally release it. Because you have a really beautiful future ahead of you, and it's right now. It's not in the future, actually. It's now. Now is beautiful. This is leaving you. You're going to always have challenges. There's always going to be storms. And the key is to not let them take you down and drown you. The key is just to kind of retreat and heal yourself. Take care of yourself. Try not to do too much. Know when to pick your battles. Know when to, to take care of yourself is the main message here. When stormy weather is coming up, you need to retreat and just write it out, communicate it, because you're very, very good at communication. That is very clear. And whatever it is that you teach or know, or your method of communication, is going to give you real security in the future. That I see clearly. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be doing these forecasts regularly, and I would love to have you back. Do leave a comment if this resonated with you. Even if it didn't, I'd like to hear from you. It's great to hear from you. Know who's watching. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye now. Hi, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose this card. I'm going to get to the book here in a minute to read it to you. Don't worry, it's short. And these are your oracle cards. We can get to those in a moment as well. And then I'm going to pull out the tarot. The tarot is going to show your forecast for your soul. So basically, you're going to look at the current conditions, what's happening right now, the sunny periods, you know, the blessings and the good things coming in, the cloudy period, things that you can't really see, kind of maybe where you might be feeling a bit confused, and then the stormies, you know, the things that are going to be challenging for you. So first, let's take a look at your overall oracle card. Okay, this is balance. Life is all about balance, and this card is here to help you create more balance in all aspects of your life, work, play, relationship time, and alone time, social time and quiet meditation, physical activity and rest, giving and receiving, feminine energy and masculine energy. Balancing out each aspect of your life will enable you to give your energy to the world in a much more grounded and centered way. So I kind of feel like you've been all over the place lately. You're going through a transition. So I'm going to pull out the other cards, and then that will help to explain this one a little bit better. We have transformation. Okay. And we have gratitude is the life force of peace. What are you thankful for? Okay. And we have new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. I really did laugh a little, chuckle a little when I pulled out these cards, because I was like, they were so on the money. They were so clear. It's like you're really going through a massive transformation. Transformations are not, like, some people think, oh, I'm going through a transformation. Isn't that great? No, it's not always great. It can be really challenging. It's like, it means life is going to throw everything at you sometimes. Like, you can feel it all, and it can be really throw you out of whack. It's like real extremes in a lot of different places. And it can be like a dark night of the soul sometimes, these transformations. So this is saying whew, like put your hands over your heart. Like, see how she's got her hands over her heart, you know, just feel the gratitude for what you're releasing, even though it might feel bad. Feel gratitude. Like, what in your life are you grateful for? Who in your life are you grateful for? And even if you're feeling really low and things, you know, maybe you don't have any friends or whatever, there's always something. There is something. Be grateful you have a roof over your head, or food to eat, or maybe you have an animal, a pet that loves you, or maybe you have a friend that always calls you, or maybe you have, you know, yourself. Be grateful to yourself for the things that you do for yourself and that you're trying, right? Gratitude is important because it will help lift you out of any kind of darkness that you might be facing at the moment. Or because it's right now you're balancing out, and you're really, the way to help balance things out and to calm things down is to find that place of gratitude. And new moon in Aquarius, this is a gorgeous card. Look at this. It's beautiful, the purples and the pinks. You know, it's about you really allowing this change to happen. Don't hinder it, you know, by trying to control things. You can't control things right now. You have to find ways to just balance everything out. It's like, especially if you're starting a business or something like that, and you're really focused in on it, and there's been a lot of challenges and things, you might have forgotten about to call your friends, or maybe you haven't been there enough for your kids lately, or your partner, your spouse, or maybe just you haven't been eating right or working out as much as you used to, or you know, or having fun, like just going out and going for a walk and just enjoying nature. There's a lot of things you're not doing that you should be doing right now to really help balance things out. Like, make time in your day for you. Make time to do something you enjoy. Make time for somebody you love and the people you love. Make time for those. And it might feel like it's overwhelming, like you just don't have time, but you need to make the time. Because it's you're soul right now is trying to balance all of it out. And this is yin and yang. It's the light and dark balance. It's like we're always going to have challenges and everything. It's not always going to be smooth sailing. And when things are going through a real upheaval, the best thing you can do is finding ways to find time for all of the things you know that are going to make you feel good, and like gratitude, making space for gratitude, just sitting there in a meditation and putting your hands on your heart and thinking about the people and places and things that have really given you joy. Like, what brings you joy? That's something that you really need to focus on right now, because that will help to ground you down. And just don't try and control things, because it's not going to happen. You are not going to be able to control what's going on. You have to just accept what's going on. And it's such a beautiful card. It's purples and pinks. It's like really divine things are happening. This transformation is, the whole world is transforming right now, and you're a part of it, and you're a beautiful part of it. And be grateful that you're a part of it, even if things are really hard. Like, be grateful to just be here and be part of this transformation, and your transformation, that you are becoming somebody. You're leveling up to somebody even better, you know. Not that you are good as you are. Don't take that the wrong way. What I mean though is that we're constantly evolving, but some people don't evolve. Some people just are afraid of change, and they close themselves off, and it makes them bitter and angry, and they're stuck there. But you're not going to be stuck there, because you are going to find ways to feel really good about yourself, about the people in your life, and about the things you want to bring in, and how you feel about all of it. And just finding those places that are peaceful moments of absolute serenity in the chaos, because that will help to ground you, and that will help get you past this. It's not going to be forever. You're balancing out. So things will balance out. So now we're going to look at the tarot forecast. So we're going to look at the current weather conditions in your life at the moment. Then we're going to look at the sunny. So those are the things that you are aware of, things that are blessings, really clear to you. Then the cloudy is going to be things that you might not be aware of, things that you might not be able to see so clearly, but the tarot's here to help you. And the final thing is stormy weather. So any challenges and how to deal with them. Okay. So let's take a look at your forecast. So this is you right now. We have Judgment. Wow, okay. This is like a... Ooh, sorry, I had to take a moment here, because this is like a... God, you're really going through a soul revolution at the moment. Evaluation. You're evaluating all of the things that... or places you've been, and the people you know, and your beliefs. You're really going through a belief change, I feel, too. Like, your environment might be radically changing, but your internal environment is definitely radically changing. I can see that. Next, we have the Knight of Wands, the fire starter. Ooh. Yeah, you're passionate. Oh, you're feeling good and passionate right now. All right, let's get to the sunny weather. Six of Swords, Passage. That's great news. I love that for you. This is Mercury in Aquarius. I'm reading out the astrology in this. If you understand astrology, you can read that. I have to look it up on my phone. I'm not hugely knowledgeable about astrology. It's not something that is my strong suit. But I read that out for you in case you do, and it means a lot to you, or you can look it up if you like. Next, the Chariot. Water, Cancer, it's called in the moon. Oh, she's got two pet elephants. One pink and one blue. Interesting. And it looks like she's on space. Or like everything feels kind of really foreign to you right now. Alien. That's the thing. You're feeling alien at the moment. But this is a good thing. You're ready for it. Okay, next we have Cloudy. The Lovers. This is such a beautiful card too. Air Gemini and Mercury. Let's see. It's also a 6. 6 of Swords here. 6 is about home, family, and that kind of thing. Next, we have Two of Swords, protection, Moon in Libra. Okay. And finally, for the cloudy, or the stormy weather, Seven of Swords, escape, and Wheel of Fortune. Okay. You know, this one wanted to come out too, Justice. I feel, okay, so this particular deck is called the Next World Tarot. It's for marginalized people. It's for activists. It's for people who are really going through a revolution and a change. And this, you are 100% going through a soul revolution right now. And some of you might be out there, actual activists, fighting the good fight like you are doing it. And you're having to take a lot of shit because of it. And sometimes when we're fighting for the things that we're fighting for, and they get really challenging, you're starting to see things change in the right direction, you know, that can throw you off too. It can be like, wow, it's just working. You know? But I feel very strongly that right now for you, it's time to find balance in your life. You've been very focused in on one thing, and it's important now to balance out to other things. So where you are right now, Judgment and the Knight of Wands, fire, like, what are you passionate about? And I think you're really figuring it out right now too. You're figuring out what brings you passion. You're doing kind of like an audit, a soul audit. This is Judgment. All of the, looking at all of the things that you've done in your life and all of the things that you believe about yourself and other people, and you're really starting to see things differently. And you're starting to see what it is that you really want. And what will rise above? What will make you soar? You know, what brings passion into your life? What gets your engines revving? You know, it's like, and I feel like you're an activist group. Like you're really here to fight the good fight. And maybe that's been taking a toll on you recently. But this transformation that you're going through is necessary. And on the other side of that, so we have sunny conditions. We have Six of Swords and the Chariot. Is you're really going into a better place. Like the Six of Swords is all about coming away from a lousy situation into a much better situation. So you're transforming from something that has not been working in your life now to something that will work. The Chariot is about you embracing your weird ass self in this deck. You embracing your weird self, you embracing this place you want to go, and you're driven there, and you're not going to let anybody stop you from doing that. It's like, what is it you really want? What brings you joy? And for you, I get the feeling that you are just quirky people. Like you're very quirky. You have your own special way of doing things that nobody else does. And you need to embrace that because who you are matters. Who you are is special. Who you are is really important to your transformation here. And some of you might be transitioning from one gender to another. So you might be identifying now as somebody, and maybe you identify as a man when you are a woman, that kind of a thing, trans, or it's just you're not identifying with the people that you've been with anymore, and so you're transitioning to different people, or maybe you don't identify with this job. Maybe you've been having to be really straight-laced in a corporate job and you don't like it. You want to be yourself. You just want to transform that. So you're going through a revolution where you're examining your life and you're figuring out what it is that makes you really happy, and you're moving towards that. And that is going to be your sunny skies here. That's beautiful. You're really coming out of it now. So you're coming out of whatever this difficult phase has been and this transformation, and you're really landing in a place that's more authentic to you. So we have down here in the cloudy, we have the Lovers, the Air and Gemini, and the Twins. And so the Lovers, for me, right now, in this particular reading, is you loving yourself. So look at the woman in the card, and there's a woman, a heavier set woman coming out. And that's you loving who you are, no matter what you look like, no matter what society thinks about you. Who cares, right? That's them. They don't think you look the way you're supposed to look. Who cares? You know, it's like the Two of Swords here is telling me protection. You're being torn between what other people expect of you and maybe even your own expectations of yourself. And right now, though, that you need to really go by your own intuition. You need to go by your gut feeling. You need to go where your passions are. And if you are passionate about, let's just say, like, okay, maybe you are, let's take the example of the corporate world, and you worked in the corporate world and you hate it and you don't like it anymore. It feels very confining and oppressive, and you want to be free, and you're willing to actually make less money just to be free. So you're leaving behind that corporate world and you're embracing your weird ass self. And this is saying, that's great. Don't let society tell you who you can be. You be yourself. Don't let society tell you that you are unattractive because you're overweight. You love that beautiful body you see in the mirror. Who cares what they think? They think that you're too weird looking. You know, your hair is weird and your clothes are weird. So what? Don't care about what other people think. Only care about yourself. You love looking in the mirror and seeing your beautiful, weird self. Good. That is where you need to be. Loving yourself, who you are. Don't let anybody else tell you you can't be who you are. Okay? Be who you are. This is a really important part of your soul revolution here, because you're really changing and you're starting to evaluate things, and you're starting to see, like, I don't want this for myself. I don't want these people in my life. I don't want this job anymore. I don't want to live in this place where people are all so judgmental. I want to live somewhere where people will accept me for who I am. And that's where you're going. You're finding people, places, and things that are more authentic to you. And you're driven there. It's like you are like driven there. And that's very much, this reading is to me, it's about you finding that place where the world cannot get to you, because you have the challenges, the stormy weather, Seven of Swords, escape, and Wheel of Fortune, fire, Sagittarius, Jupiter. Wheel of Fortune, it's like you're going to find your fortune in the challenges, in the storms. You're going to find who you really are and what matters to you when things are not well in your life. And this is saying, like, Seven of Swords, people are going to tell you you cannot. So in this picture, it looks like it is someone who is trans. This is you being trans and not caring what other people say. This is just an example. Like, if you're watching this and you're like, I don't feel like that, it's just an example. It's just saying, however you identify as a person, don't let other people tell you you cannot be that way. And the Seven of Swords is about that jealousy and comparing to other people trying to steal things from you. It's a real, I hate the Seven of Swords. It's an awful card. And so these are the challenges that you're going to have to face. You're going to have to face scrutiny and judgment and assholes and people who don't want you to be you, and also yourself, your own inner person who is trying to appease others, and instead be yourself, because that is where your fortune is. Even though it's challenging and it brings storms into your life, that is where you're going to really make it. And you have the justice card here. Like, you're going to come out on top. Things will balance out in your favor, 100%. And if any of you are actually in a legal matter right now, things are going to balance out in your favor. Like, things are going to get better. You're transforming. Focus in. And I do feel a lot of this is about body image. Really big time. This is not everybody in this group, but a lot of people in this group watching, you're having a problem with body image. And that is transforming. And now you're starting to accept your body. You're starting to accept. And body, I mean, not just how your body looks, but how you present your body. You have tattoos. You have a shaved head. Do you have really long, colorful hair? You wear a lot of very eccentric outfits. Whatever the case, it doesn't matter. How you adorn your body, how your body looks, how you are kind of forward-facing in society, is you embracing that now. And not allowing other people to tell you you can't look like that, you can't be that way. Not letting other people try to hurt you, because they will. That's Seven of Swords. That's people coming in and trying to, like, hurt you. But you're not going to let them do it. Because that is actually where your fortune is. That's where your good luck is. You're winning somebody. Good luck happens when storms are in. Like, that's how you are able to turn things into You're able to work them to your favor. Like, you're just really good at that. You're good at challenges, and that's something to embrace. And the heart of the message, though, right in the middle, is you finding that balance, justice, balance, like a balance in your life, an evening of the scales. You really need to allow, time to heal yourself, allow time to, like, just rest, meditation if you need to, just time for yourself, just being with people who you care about and love, and going to a movie that you want to see, or, going for a walk, going to a nice cafe by yourself and having a nice little brunch by yourself. Like, do that, or with people that you love. It doesn't matter. What you need to do, though, is really focus in on all of the aspects of your life. Call that friend you haven't called in a while. Like, take some time to go spend during the day just for yourself. Read a book that you haven't read in a while. Like, do some things that are going to bring you joy and balance out any of the challenges that you might be going through. You're going through a transformation. Transformations are hard. It means some people are going to leave your life and new people are going to come in, and it can be a very turmoil kind of a time. Things can be really topsy-turvy, but you are balancing this out now. You're starting to figure out who matters, who has got your back, who doesn't have your back, what matters about you, how you see yourself, and how you feel. Like, you're really starting to feel good in your own body. And you're starting to live your weird life in your own weird way, and you're embracing that. And you're going to make people happy, and that is going to spread. Joy will spread from you. Like, you here, joy. I see you, just the joy you feel is just going to come to other people. And the Wheel of Fortune, something good, really good, is going to come out of whatever challenges are coming up. So don't worry. Things are going to turn in your favor. Things are going to balance out. You're getting there. You're getting there. I believe in you. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Do subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be doing these forecasts on a regular basis. I also have one for your business. If you are self-employed and you want to do that, look for those. Thank you so much. I love doing these readings. I love knowing that if I can help somebody, it really makes me happy. Do leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to know who's watching. Again, like I said, please do subscribe so that I can have you back. Thank you so much. Bye now.